Welcome agents to episode 7 of Rate My Build with your host Epic Slayers. Today's build was submitted to me via Xbox communication from CXT 2015 and primarily focuses on increasing your shot to hit ratio, ultimately meaning you drop players even quicker. Now if you're new to my channel and enjoy regular Division content, you can subscribe below, and whilst you're down there, maybe stroke the like button a little. With all that said, let's get into the build. So agents, this is the build that I'm going to be using in today's episode. As you'll see, we got one-piece tacticians, two-piece predators, we got one-piece sentry, and then we got one-piece strikers here. We've got the M4 and the house. Now, there are 3 points about this build that CXT 2015 wanted to note. The first one is that this build has the most efficient weapon handling build for accuracy, stability, precision, max skill haste, and we are speccing into crit hit chance and damage as best as we can, trying to get as much as we can on each weapon so that we are putting out as much damage as possible. Now, I haven't been able to make this build exactly as CXT told me to do, but I've done my best here, so we'll go over that. So first off, the Tactician's Vest. We've got Skill Haste, Health, Ammo Capacity, and we've gone to for Tacticians here simply for the two-piece, which gives you that 50% Skill Haste. Obviously, we wanted to try to get max Skill Haste, which is 50%. Moving on to the Predator's Mask, we've gone for Crit Chance, it's rolled into Stamina, and we've got Blind Death Resistance as the minor attribute here. Moving on to the Sentry's knee pads here, we've got Health, it's rolled into Firearms as well. And for this piece, particularly, we've got the 30% accuracy for the two-piece set bonus, which obviously will help the weapon feel more like a laser than if it weren't there, for example. We've got the NINJABIKE backpack, which we have rolled stability on, adding towards that efficient weapon handling, and we've got ammo capacity on there as well. Moving on to the gloves, and we've got striker gloves here to give us that 20% stability from the two-piece set bonus. We've got assault rifle damage, crit chance. CXT actually told me in the communication that I should run skill haste instead of assault rifle damage here. Well, actually, he said the best outcome here would be crit damage, assault rifle damage, and then skill haste. But unfortunately, I haven't really been able to do either of those. And then lastly, on the holster, we've gone for skill haste. CXT told me to use crit chance because I'll be using skill haste on the gloves. We've kind of got it the other way around here, so we've gone with that. Now, importantly, we wanted to get as much skill haste as possible. So the mods here are all skill haste. We've got 2 stamina mods for skill haste, and we've got 3 firearms mods here. CXT didn't mention anything about the performance mods, but I've gone for pulse critical hit chance because we're going to be wanting to get as much pulse critical hit chance, or actually critical hit chance in general for this build, certainly for the lightweight M4, but it does come in handy with the SMG as well. So that's the build itself. Weapon wise, we've got the lightweight M4 with Unforgiving, Deadly, and Adept. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to roll Competent, which CXT told me to have on here. So I've got Adept, which does give me that extra 7.5% crit chance. So when this is procced, as you'll look at my character here, when this is procced, we are looking at, what, 25.5%. Plus with the pulse, which I think the pulse is around, let's just quickly check it here. The pulse is 16%. So yeah, we're looking at around 41, 42% crit chance on the lightweight M4 when I pulse, which is really, really strong for a lightweight M4. When it's an assault rifle, it doesn't have the native crit hit chance. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be as strong as Competent, for example, but it's still going to do a good job. Now, CXT told me to actually put the CBQ SS for the sight, which gives you that extra stability. Unfortunately, I don't have one. So with this one, I've gone for the Pro Red Dot sight instead. And of course, everything else is rolled into crit damage and crit chance, maybe stability, like you can see in accuracy here on the small grip, and then the magazine. I've not gone for rate of fire because ultimately I want to be keeping this like a laser, and rate of fire just messes up that stability a little bit. So I've gone for crit damage and crit chance here as well. Now with the house, no specific instructions on what to run with the house really. I've just used my normal house, unfortunately. I don't have a better rolled one. And again, I've just modded this for crit chance and crit hit damage wherever I can get it. I have run rate of fire on this because I think it does help the house a lot. As you can see on the small grip, we've got reload speed and stability. So if I just quickly check out my character sheet here, as you can see with the house, I'm running 39% crit chance. And if I pulse, then I'm up at about 56%. And crit damage will go up to, it's in at 110, so excuse my voice there, it's in at 110, so when I crit damage on this, then it's going to go up to about 120 on there as well. So let's quickly check out the character sheet here. So if we have a look at stability and whatnot, so skill haste is 45%, not quite 50, but it's close, pretty close. I think CXT actually had his about 48%, so just a little bit lower than that, unfortunately. And if we just quickly go down to, where is it? I will find it in a minute. I think it's weapons here. Then, as you can see, accuracy is 30%, stability is 39%, and then, of course, I am going to be running in my talents. I am running steady hands, which actually puts that up to about 65% in respect of stability, which is really, really strong. Really strong. Now, the other talents here we got on the move, we've also got adrenaline, and we've also got critical save as well. And abilities-wise, as you've seen, we've got the recon pack. Simply because the cooldown is a lot quicker, as you'll see here. It's a lot quicker on this one, it's 28%. So that is a lot quicker, and obviously when I go into skirmish, it'll be normalized down to about 20 seconds, which is really cool. It's pretty much active the entire time. And then we've also got an immune station, which comes back in 20.3 seconds, which is obviously very, very quick as well. And in normalization, that comes down to about 19 and a half seconds. So that's the build. As I said, this build is made for skill haste, really efficient handling, as well as crit hit chance and damage. With all that said, hopefully you've enjoyed the build, and let's actually get into testing this build out in some skirmish. Alright agents, here we go. Episode 7, CXT 2015 build. We're going to see how we get on. I'm going to start probably off half of the video using the M4, half of the video using the house, just so that we've got variations on weapons. Okay, they're playing very defensive. Let's actually push these guys a little bit. You're in trouble, mate. I'm just going to say. Shouldn't have pushed up like that.
Rogue agents are now leading.
Actually, I'm just going to change it here quickly. Or not. I'm going to die. There's someone behind. Okay, I got you, man. Don't worry. Stay behind the thing. Stay behind the thing. I got you. I got you. Let's get out of there. Right, let's go back to using the M4 a minute. Oh, nearly got my mount on. I'm going to save you again, my man. Cheesy Quaver. That's a beast name. Oh, that's that striker. Don't worry about me, man. Don't worry about me. Just save yourself. Cheesy. He's got nomad. That striker melted me off the rip there. Damn. I mean, I'll say it in every video. It's almost, you can't compete with someone who's stacked on striker no matter what build you're running. You really can't. If they're stacked on striker, you're losing. Simple as that. That's the reason why it needs to be nerfed. Take that kill though, thank you. Take off those little kills. Okay. Did I get that? Ooh, getting double kills, fam. Don't watch me. Okay. Gotcha. See this guy. Oh, that's the worst grade. I'm going to kill myself here. Oh, I'm going to go for it. Woo! Oh my god, the house feels good. Oh, it feels like a laser. Take that. This thing is a laser.
You're kicking rogue ass.
Probably should have come out that corner, my friend. That's what I'm going to say. Oh man, it feels like a laser like this. Sorry man, let's hit you with a laser. Is he not dead? Cute. Ah, he's behind cover. I need to push out of here, I'm on my own. Oh, and he ripped him off. Let's get these two. Woo! Okay. Damn, man. The house really felt like a laser. I wasn't doing loads of damage, but I felt like a laser. It felt good to be always using my pulse, using my immune station, and I think that's what this build's for. It's quite versatile in the sense that, you know, you can be dropping your immune station often, you can be pulsing often, which is obviously good for your entire team, but also it does mean you can put out quite a lot of damage as well sometimes. And I felt better using the house than I did the M4. I just felt that the M4 was lacking a bit of damage where the house made up for it. So that's my opinion of the build. I actually enjoyed using it, but I don't think it's the best build in the world. I'm probably going to give this a 7 out of 10. That's probably, rate my build 7 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it in this video. If you enjoyed this, just remember to like it down below and leave a comment for your suggestions in any future videos. And with that said, epic out.